Hey folks, this is Best in Slot. Welcome back to our coverage of the Prehistoric Kingdom Dev Diaries, this time covering December 2021 to January of this year. Remember, these aren't monthly sum-ups anymore, these are kind of whenever something important is on the way, and some very important stuff is on the way. Hold on to your butts. Okay, that's going to seem very weird without context. Anyways, before we get started, this should be a very quick video. There isn't too much to cover, even though it's interesting stuff. I do want to mention that I know we haven't been playing Prehistoric Kingdom at all, basically. We've done essentially a single video, which was very much not the plan. I don't know why I haven't really gotten started on it. I do want to say it's very much in the plans. It was meant to start last week. It's hopefully going to start this week. My plan at the moment is to stream it right here on YouTube on Friday evenings, because that's when I've got the place to myself and I kind of feel a bit more free to do some streaming, and it's something I really want to do a little bit more of here on the channel. So the hope is Prehistoric Kingdom is going to be a weekly live streamed series right here on the channel, and we can work on the park together as a community. That was meant to start already, but things happened, and hopefully that's going to start this week, so keep an eye out for that. But I promise Prehistoric Kingdom content is on the way. It's nothing against the game, I just haven't had the... I don't know why, really. Anyways, let's get started. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look back at December and January and what was added in December and January. It's worth noting, after our short holiday break, the team is back preparing new content that'll be ready to drop during February. I'm really curious if ready to drop was a purposeful word choice there. So let's take a look at some of the stuff that was added during December. We got a bit of a beta update. We got 2 new feeders. We got the blood pumpkin you can see on the left, and we got the frozen fruit ice block thing on the right hand side. We also got a new biome, the boreal biome. There it is with our mammuthus. And if we hop into here, you'll see we can see exactly what was added. So, additional doors, lights, tables, and chairs have now been included as modular pieces. And that's a reminder, my last video in my PK playlist, or the one before, I can't remember, but I do have a video going into everything that was added in the last patch. It also included fire, more importantly than anything else. The boreal biome and the addition of the Douglas fir, Alaskan cedar, alpine currant, and alpine bearberry. And we got new animal feeders, the blood pumpkin and fruit block, and of course happy fun times, which I had to add because, well, it would look weird if there wasn't any text down here. So that's everything that was added back in the December update, and now we're going to get another one in February, which of course I'll showcase right here on the channel when it does drop. But what is going to be in that February update? What is on the way for Prehistoric Kingdom? This is the state of development. Apparently the PK team has expanded. In December we welcomed new members to the team to speed up production and increase our social media presence. With early access in April, very soon. Early access meaning you folks at home, every single one of you watching this video in just March, 2 months, will be able to get access to Prehistoric Kingdom. We'll continue to provide regular content updates to get direct feedback and thoughts from the community that have closed beta access. That's me and the rest of you. Upcoming developments. Animal socializing and behaviours will play a big part in managing a successful zoo and keeping your prehistoric animals happy. We're very eager to introduce our animal welfare mechanics in the lead up to early access and continue to flesh out their presence in the park. As a start, the team's currently working on exhibit management features such as dung. Everybody poops and your prehistoric animals are no exception. Prepare yourselves. There you go.
That is one big pile of shit.
So that is the image was a slightly weird resolution, but that's a very close-up image of the dung. You can see some lovely straw in there. Very curious whether that will look the same for carnivores. This is herbivorous dung. I'm imagining, you know, as I spend all my nights imagining and dreaming of, really, that the carnivorous dung will look different than herbivorous dung. Maybe omnivorous dung in the future will look different. Maybe insectivorous dung will look different, etc. This is very important stuff. Dung was of course a big feature in the original Jurassic Park, very important stuff, and indeed in Jurassic Park 3, so very important to the original trilogy. That's really where Jurassic World has fallen flat for me. There's just not enough dinosaur dung. Anyways, it's an important part in cleaning it up and managing it, and keeping a clean habitat is going to be an integral part, I'm assuming, of looking after your prehistoric wildlife. We also have a glimpse at this, still, you know, in testing it might change, it might stay like this. But what the UI is going to look like during early access at the very least, and that's going to let us choose, as you can see here, between sandbox mode and creative mode, sandbox mode and challenge mode via this ticker here, and then you'll have a creative sandbox mode and maybe a more limited sandbox mode if you wanted to not have unlimited money in sandbox or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but either way. You can see here, so we've got park settings. Well, first of all, I should mention that there's a map. You're going to be able to choose a map now. In the closed beta and in the closed alpha, you were kind of set onto one specific biome, essentially, in one specific map. We'll be able to choose our own. So Spain's going to be Scrubland. We've got one here in Birmingham. We've got one over here in, the bridge here between the north and south of America. And I'm assuming we'll get some more over time. So you can choose your biome, you choose your place to build, and then we've got a few different park settings here. We've got money options, science options, whether you want to unlock all research, unlock all animals, infinite power, infinite structure durability, and then we've got animal settings like animal welfare. I'm assuming maybe when it gets added properly, animal hunting will be a toggle down there, stuff like that, and then you can start your sandbox build, or you can hop off. Lovely stuff, nice, and options, basically. More options, more good stuff. People want to build on challenge, they can do. Me, I think for Prehistoric Kingdom especially, it's kind of like with Planet Zoo, where I don't really ever touch franchise mode. These games have so many building possibilities, so many different items to play with. I don't really like feeling hampered by cashola. Finally then, I'm going to keep this under 8 minutes and not rinse a little money out of this. We have one more thing to show. We have an upcoming dinosaur. This is, of course, a Psittacosaurus. You can tell by the shape of it. The shape is of a Psittacosaurus. And we're getting a second species, which is a question mark. I'm very excited to see what that one looks like in-game. And we've got the little sort of tail proto-feathers going on here at the back. We've got the big old beak at the front, and this sort of the way the skull jots out there at the side, and the little hench arms, etc. Our adorable little Psittacosaurus, a much beloved dinosaur. Very excited to have that in Prehistoric Kingdom. Hopefully then, this guy is arriving with the dung in the February update, but we'll have to wait and see exactly what makes that cut. I've changed my mind. This is going to be an 8-minute long video. I'm going to talk for 20 seconds or so. So that is it from me. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do check out the devlog for yourselves. There's some really cool fan art and stuff like that. I'll leave you to see that for yourselves. Someone has made this dragonfly somehow, and it's impeccable. I don't know how they've done it. It's immensely talented. Like I say, hopefully we'll have more Prehistoric Kingdom content soon. I know it's been light. That is not a purposeful decision. I do want to rectify that. I'm very excited to rectify that. But I've been putting so much, I think, creative output into Planet Zoo lately, and indeed into Jurassic World Evolution 2, to an extent that sometimes I just feel creatively drained. I don't have much creative reserves, okay? So sometimes I need to build them up a little bit more to be able to put them into Prehistoric Kingdom. But I'm sure we ought to do that. So come back on Friday. Hopefully I'll let you know beforehand. And we'll get started on a brand new build. It's going to be really cool. And hopefully we can chuck in the Psittacosaurus when it gets added and stuff like that. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Stick around on the channel for more Prehistoric Kingdom. Subscribe to the playlist down below and to the channel, and tick the little notification. And remember, 2 months away, everyone will have access to this glorious game. Thanks for joining me. Cheers, much as always. Bye-bye.
Reaching out.